Did you find it unusual this weekend that we've got Tony Brown in the Tipperary camp and Owen Kelly of Tipp in the Waterford camp?
Yeah, that's certainly interesting. All right, there's no question about that. And I would know Owen Kelly well because I managed Mullen Owen back in 2009, and a really good guy, and probably the best player I ever saw in a dressing room before a match. I mean, he was so positive. I think he'll go on to make a great manager in time to come and a really good coach. That's interesting as well because I actually met Tony Brown's father the other night at a funeral, and Tony seen, we were just chatting about that, and he just said it's just mad the way things go. But look, Tony got an opportunity in Tipp, Owen got an opportunity in Waterford, and why not?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll move on to the other match for a minute, Tipperary against Clare. Joe, how would you see that going?
Tipp are rebuilding. No doubt Liam will have him hopping, will have him right. They're largely untested, I suppose. They're coming from a low ebb last year. I think the pressure is on Clare on this one. After their performance against Limerick last year, and they felt they were so close. And then I suppose they kind of died out in a whimper then in the All-Ireland series. So I suppose this is, to me, it would be more pressure on Clare. It could be a shootout to see who comes third or second, possibly. If we're going on the form book, okay, if I said that Limerick aren't in the top, you'll all stop laughing. But let's go on the form book. Limerick should top it. Then you've Tipp, Clare, Cork, Waterford. Jesus, like, you lose one match, you're under pressure straight away. You know, and let's be realistic about it. If Tipp win or Clare win, whoever loses will go, right, we've one match lost. There's a chance we're going in now playing Limerick, we'll probably lose another one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think this weekend is going to be far more important for Tipp and Clare than it would be for Waterford. If Waterford do lose, okay, we've lost, but we've lost to the team that everybody expects to top the group. Now we're in a dogfight to finish second or third. Whereas if Clare or Tipp lose, okay, we've lost, and we still have to play the top team in the competition. So I think it's hugely important for them. I could be wrong. It could be a qualification decider when you look back in it in 6 weeks' time.
Yeah, no, I think you make a very fair point there. How do you see this game going, Michael? You've got some, superstar forwards there. Tony Kelly, of course, Aidan McCarthy's back this year. Mark Rogers is back. On the Tipperary side, Jake Morris, he can light it up. Jason Ford and so on. What way do you see this going?
Well, Liam has come in Tipperary, and certainly he'll get a bounce out of him. He's trying to blend the young and the old, and then some of those Tipperary fellas have been around a long time, and you have a lot of miles on the clock. And I've no doubt that they'll contribute on the big day. If I was to get a free bet, I'd probably go for a draw on this one. But having said that, if you push me to pick a winner on this game, I'd probably go with Tipperary on the basis that I think David Fitzgerald is going to be a big loss to Clare. I mean, he's not alone is he a big man around the pitch. He can get scores. He's very involved in play. He's always available to take the ball out of defence. It's a big test for either, and it's probably a more important game from the point of view of, as Joe said a while ago, there is a chance that Limerick will win the 4 games. So then, if that is to happen, and that's not guaranteed, it will make every other single game absolutely crucial and vital. So the loser of that game, particularly from Clare's point of view, if Clare are to lose a home game against Tipperary, they'll be under pressure straight away. And so that's going to be, there's an awful lot of stake in that match. There's a lot of stake in the other match as well, but there's an awful lot of stake because the winners of that game will be in a very good position and the losers will have a bit of catching up to do. Now, Tipp were very impressive until they met Limerick, and they were very impressive in the first half of the Limerick game. But then it was as if you hit a light switch. Limerick just took off, went into a different zone, different planet. And, it showed really what they were made of. And so this is a massive game in Ennis. Clare don't lose many games in Ennis, but I think Tipp have a realistic chance to turn him over.